Jake made $4,200 last month. He also bought a car that same week. Two totally different facts, right? Wrong, because 3 weeks later, Jake couldn't afford groceries. Buying a car and affording a car are not the same thing, and today you're going to learn exactly why. Most people think affording a car means having enough for the down payment. That's the biggest lie in car buying. Jake thought the same thing. He had $3,000 saved, bought a $22,000 car, and felt like a winner for about 11 days. Here's what most people never realize. The price tag on the car is just the entrance fee. The real cost shows up every single month after that, quietly, in ways most buyers never plan for until it's too late. Jake's monthly payment was $410. Sounds manageable on paper. But then insurance hit him for $180 a month because he was young and the car was newer. Suddenly his affordable car was eating $590 a month before he even bought gas. Let's talk about fuel, oil changes, maintenance, registration, and repairs. These are the expenses nobody shows you in the commercial. Jake budgeted $0 for these. His first oil change cost $65. His first repair, a sensor issue, cost him $340 he did not have. This next mistake costs people thousands, and it happened to Jake within his first year. He ignored his emergency fund completely. All his savings went into the down payment. When his car needed a $900 transmission repair, he had nothing left. He put it on a credit card at 24% interest. Now here's where things get dangerous. Once you're financing a car, an emergency repair, and credit card debt all at the same time, your entire paycheck becomes a stress machine. Jake was making decent money, yet he felt broke every single month. That's not a coincidence. So let's rewind and do this the right way, because there is a right way, and it starts with understanding your real income, not just your paycheck number. If you have a regular job, your income is predictable. You know what's coming every 2 weeks. That predictability is powerful, and it means you can plan a car purchase with confidence as long as you calculate your true monthly costs first, not just the loan payment. But if you're a business owner, everything changes. Your income moves up and down. This month might be $9,000, next month might be $3,000. Business income and personal income are not the same thing, and treating them as equal is one of the fastest ways to financial trouble. A business owner buying a car needs a bigger cash cushion, because a slow month shouldn't mean a missed payment. Jake's cousin Daniel ran a small landscaping business. He bought a truck based on his best month ever. 3 slow months later, he was calling the bank asking for extensions. But don't miss this because it could save you a lot of money. Here is a simple rule that works for almost everyone, employee or business owner. Your total transportation costs, payment, insurance, gas, and maintenance combined should not exceed 15% of your monthly take-home income. Let's put real numbers on this. Someone earning $3,000 a month should keep transportation costs under $450 total. That likely means a used, reliable car paid mostly in cash, not a brand new vehicle with a big loan attached to it. Someone earning $5,000 a month has more room, maybe $750 total for transportation. That could allow a modest car payment alongside insurance and gas, but only if an emergency fund already exists before the purchase happens. At $8,000 a month, transportation costs could reasonably reach $1,200. This is where many people get tempted to overspend simply because the number feels bigger. Jake made $8,100 a month at his new job and still chose a modest car. That decision changed everything for him. Someone earning $10,000 or more per month has real flexibility. But here's the twist. High earners often make the biggest mistakes because they assume income protects them from consequences. It doesn't. Lifestyle creep destroys high earners just as easily as it destroys everyone else. So how much should you actually save before buying a car? A good target is enough for a solid down payment, plus 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting untouched in an emergency fund. That emergency fund is not optional, and it is not the same money as your car fund. Jake rebuilt his plan after his rough first year. He opened a separate savings account just for the car fund. Every payday, $200 moved there automatically before he could spend it. Watching that fund grow became exciting instead of stressful. He also picked up small side jobs on weekends, adding roughly $150 a month extra. Within 10 months, Jake had saved $3,500, not because he made more money overall, but because he finally had a system instead of just good intentions. New or used, here's the honest answer. A new car loses a huge chunk of value the moment you drive it off the lot, sometimes 20% in the first year alone. A reliable used car, 2 or 3 years old, often gives you almost the same experience for thousands less. Jake's second car was a 3-year-old sedan with low mileage. It cost $14,000 instead of $22,000. Same comfort, same reliability, dramatically less financial pressure. That single decision freed up nearly $200 a month compared to his first car. Now let's talk financing versus cash, because this decision shapes your entire financial future. A car loan works like this. You borrow money, the bank charges interest, and you pay it back monthly over several years. The lower your credit score, the higher that interest rate climbs. Here's the part that shocks people. On a $15,000 loan at 9% interest over 5 years, you could pay over $3,600 just in interest. That's money leaving your pocket forever, buying you nothing except time to pay off the car. Paying cash avoids that interest completely, but only makes sense if it doesn't wipe out your emergency fund. Jake paid half in cash and financed the rest over 3 years, keeping his payments low and his emergency fund fully intact. That balance mattered more than the car itself. Let's talk about mistakes, because avoiding them matters more than any tip we've covered so far. Buying too much car is mistake number 1. People stretch their budget for status, then spend years regretting that decision every single month. Mistake number 2 is ignoring insurance costs before buying. Some cars cost double to insure simply because of their model or age. Always get an insurance quote before you fall in love with a car, not after you've already signed the paperwork. Mistake number 3 is taking a loan that technically fits the bank's approval but doesn't fit your real life. Banks approve based on formulas. You live with the payment every single month, through slow seasons, surprises, and everything in between. Mistake number 4 is using every dollar of savings for the down payment. This leaves you exposed the moment something breaks, and something always eventually breaks. Keep a cushion, always. Mistake number 5 is buying a car to impress people who genuinely aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you imagine. Jake admitted his first car was partly about how it looked to friends. His second car was about how it made his life actually feel. Financial stability isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It means sleeping well at night. It means an unexpected repair is an inconvenience, not a crisis. It means your car serves your life instead of controlling it. Picture two versions of the future. In one, you're stressed every month, juggling a payment you can barely afford, one bad month away from disaster. In the other, you're driving a car that fits your life, your savings are growing, and you feel calm behind the wheel. Jake is living in that second version now. His payment fits comfortably into his budget, his emergency fund is intact. And when his car needs a repair, he simply pays it and moves on with his day. Without panic, without debt, without stress. That's the real goal here, not the flashiest car, not the biggest engine, not the most impressive badge on the hood. Just a decision that lets you drive forward in life instead of feeling stuck paying for a mistake every single month. So before you buy your next car, ask yourself the question Jake wishes he'd asked sooner. Not can I get approved for this, but does this car actually fit the life I'm building? Answer that honestly, and you'll make a decision you won't regret. If you enjoyed this video, even a little, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Also, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.